Good day to you, gentle person on the internet, and thank you for joining me as we have a look at Coins Pusher Limited. And this is a game that is specifically designed around those games that you see in a lot of, sort of game arcades, like not gacha arcades, but the UFO catcher type arcades, where you have coins dropping down into a place where there is something that then pushes them a bit further, and you have to try and add coins until it causes a cascade effect, and some of the coins fall out, and hopefully more than you've put in, kind of thing. So this game is very much built along those lines. I think that's the inspiration behind it. It has a bit of a progression, but it's not really an incremental. There's no upgrades menu or anything like that. There's just things that you unlock as you reach a certain amount of money. And it was for a game jam, and it seems to be a lot of fun. Quality of life controls, there's just a sound volume thing down at the bottom right. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of sounds. There's a fair bit of critique that we will give it once we're done, but the main reason why I sold this game and wanted to show it off is I haven't really seen this gameplay idea, this mechanism so far. So anyway, how do we play? Well, there's a little bit of a tutorial down on the bottom left, just some text telling us how to play it. This is the amount that we have made just above here. Along the top, as you can see, there are coins of various kinds that scroll across the top. You've got your basic kind of gold colored coins. You've got your blue coins, you've got your red coins. I'm assuming those are more valuable, blue and red respectively. Here you have a lever. When you pull the lever, it sucks all of the coins between these two lines and drops them down at the bottom. Then the lever overheats, but if you make sure that this needle is pointing in a blue place, you connect up the cooling thing and it slowly sort of cools down again. And then you can you just keep pulling the lever and just collect things that are stacked up there. Just keeping an eye on the heat level to make sure that it is still in the kind of the blue area. The blue area does tend to shift sometimes and move away from it, so you have to kind of keep making it, making sure that it's in the cooling range. As you can see, as the coins pass into the sort of extraction area, they get a little green glow around them. As long as they're glowing green, there now the cooling thing is shifted out. As they're kind of glowing green, that means they're the ones that are going to get pulled down as you pull the lever. There's no kind of count of the level of levers or anything like that in the background. As long as you're still playing, you can just keep going as per the mechanism. We'll unlock some upgrades soon. There is kind of a time limit. This thing is counting the time in the background, and will measure how fast you get to $1 million eventually. There are other kind of mini goals in the meanwhile, but $1 million is the thing. And we've got our first coin, and what we've unlocked is this pusher, and we can zoom the pusher up, and it will shift backwards and forwards and keep pushing the coins, and that will slowly sort of run down, and meanwhile we keep drawing the coins in and kind of triggering the pusher. And that's your basic gameplay mechanism there. Let's keep going. He wants us to get to 3,000 for the next sort of unlock. We'll just keep pushing the coins down until we get to 3,000. This thing is slowing down, so let's speed this up. This has fallen off the cooling thing, so let's cool it down. And we'll keep some coins. We're about to hit the 3,000 now. Alright, so we've hit the 3,000. We have unlocked the next thing. Now, I wasn't sure what this was all about when I first saw it. It seemed to make it worse rather than better. But it is actually an interesting mechanism. So you can see these three numbers here. If you make the bottom numbers match the top numbers, then for a while you'll get the conveyor belt speeding up. And I thought that's bad, because it just means we're more likely to miss things and stuff like that. But it actually increases the number of coins that fall in. Oh, and while we're about it, you see these bombs? We do not want these bombs. They will explode after a countdown and destroy all of the coins that they're nearby. The bombs are a bad thing. They can clear this out. If you can push the bomb off the edge in time, then you know it's fine. It kind of gets neutralized. But yeah, the bombs are generally a bad thing. We generally do not want the bombs. But we can keep going here, and you got to be careful because the bombs sometimes get hidden amongst other things, like that one. Almost didn't see that one. And you pull it in, and it gets sucked down. It's quite annoying. You've got a nice big stack of things. Now we're trying to get to 15,000. Let's speed this lad up. Grab that in there. Avoid that bomb. Oh, we're off the cooling thing now. We're just going faster than the cooling thing. If your lever overheats, it just stops working for a while. It's not a big deal. It's just mildly annoying. Yeah, the tutorial thing is warning us about bombs. It keeps talking to us pretty much throughout the whole game, on and off. Just every time we reach an objective. I think we're still going for 15,000. The problem is he sent us a new message, and then our goal has moved away. It's going to be a good one. Hey. Oh, I got a bomb there. Let's see if we can get it added up so we can get the bomb gone before it blows up. Nah, it's going to blow up and destroy a bunch of our coins. It's really annoying. Let's get this up. I'm going to get this going a bit faster so we can get a bigger stack of things down in a hurry. Oh, I got another bomb. Oh, that's a bad one. That's far in the back there. Oh, that's gonna suck. Hopefully it explodes while this is pulled back. Oh, there was another bomb. Okay, that one's been neutralized. I really have to be more careful with the bombs. I've got to notice them a bit quicker. Sometimes you see there's one there hidden under the coins. I would not have noticed that one. Really annoying. And we got the 15,000. Oh, and we got the magnet. The magnet's quite simple. It just does. Oh, we can move it backwards and forwards a bit, and it just does this. And it's a nice way of getting things scattered. It combines well with the wheel. Just get a bit of a speed up there. There's another bloody bomb. Dodge the bomb. We can get these lads in. Oh, lever is off its measure. I mean, it's a cooler thing there. It's annoyingly. Avoid that bomb. And you know, that's all of the gameplay I'm going to show. I think you guys can see where this is. There is another unlock. One or was it two? I can't remember actually. Could be two. Was there another thing? I'm not sure. I can only think of the one anyway. Yeah, so there's some stuff to look forward to enjoy when you get there. Then you can try and play it again to see if you can do it faster, because it's all sort of time based and things like that really ultimately. Although there's no penalty for going slowly. You can take your time, you can enjoy it, you can enjoy the satisfaction of watching the little cascades form. I mean, this thing with the pusher and the coins that you drop into here is the basic game. All the stuff with speeding up the conveyor belt and the magnet and all of that, this is extra just for the computer game thing like that. But it is a fun machine to play, but very frustrating, and it's very rare that you can actually find one that has a drop about to happen. I believe there's a game show with this mechanism in it now and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah. So if you're just here for the gameplay, well, link is in the description. I have tried it on Firefox. It worked absolutely fine here. Right now I'm testing it as you're watching on Chrome. Works absolutely fine on Chrome. It did start as an absolutely huge thing on my page, much bigger than my desktop resolution, but it had a full screen button down on the bottom right, so you just have to drag the scroll bars down to get to it and full screen it. Yeah, I'm on Linux. It works fine on Linux, so good job, devs. I mean, I guess that's the power of browser-based games, I suppose. Oh, and you have these little parcels, and these little present things, they can sometimes be a bomb. Sometimes they're valuable when you eventually consume them, but sometimes they're a bomb. Yeah, alright, so that's it, all the gameplay. If you liked or disliked this video, please leave me a like or dislike with a thumbs up and thumbs down buttons, and leave me a comment telling me why, so I can focus on that and avoid the bad things and increase the good things and make better videos to entertain you guys. If you like or dislike the game, however, go and tell the dev that. Don't try and give me credit for that. I didn't make the game. I'm just showing it to you guys. Link is in the description. Go give it a play. Yeah, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you want to see more indie games reviewed, sort of like this. And there's other videos that I do as well, very occasionally, but I'm trying to make more of them at the moment. So yeah, hit the subscribe button. Stick around if you want to see more of them. I need to do something because we passed 500 subscribers a little while ago. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, and so if you're just here with the gameplay and you're heading out, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. If, however, you're going to see the critiques that I would give a game like this, well, first of all, the UI. We only have the sound control over here. Other than that, I guess the UI is fine. It's got all the bits of information you need. I like the controls. They all work perfectly well. Yeah, the UI in general is fine. It's just missing some of the quality of life controls that I like to see. So leaving the UI because there's plenty I can complain about in terms of lacking quality of life controls, but really that's just my personal thing. Moving on to the sounds. I like the music in the background. I hope it doesn't give me too much of an issue with my YouTube video, but I like it a lot. I will say that it really needs like coin falling sounds and coin clattering sounds and money coming in sounds. That's a big thing that this game is missing, is the sound effects for the gameplay rather than just the background music. It really needs that, and they need to be satisfying because they're going to be a major trigger for the main draw of this game, which is the satisfaction thing. So you need that ching of coins falling down there, you need the ching of coins falling down there, you need some kind of triumphal sound for the different, the money coming up and things like that. Yeah, the sounds is a big part of what this game needs. But other than that, the art, I think the game looks fine. It looks really interesting. I like the slightly cartoony machine background. I like the looks of the coins. I like the way it manages stacking the coins. I like the magnet effect. It's quite fun. I like the way the magnet works, actually. I mean, over and above looks rolling onto the gameplay, it's a fun game to play. I would have liked it if there was an incremental thing, had a little bit more upgradey, incrementally processes in the backgrounds. I mean, this can be expanded into quite a broad game eventually. I mean, if the dev so wishes. As it is in its current form, though, it is quite a fun little game. A good distraction for a while with some satisfying elements. It does desperately need the sounds to really maximize that out, but otherwise, as it is, yeah, it's a fun game. And I mean, again, I can talk about immersion, I can talk about lore and background and things like that, and there's definitely places where this game could go, but I don't think it's really what's intended here. We are supposed to be just having fun pushing coins into a hole, watching them stack up and watching them get pushed through. Yeah, I mean, I suppose I could say this doesn't quite match the same thing as the arcade games where you're pushing one or two coins in, and you're waiting to see if they cause a collapse into the hole, that kind of thing. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's really quite the thing you were looking for here. It doesn't quite match that. It's a fun, satisfying game in its own right. It doesn't really need that mechanism, but I can see where that might come from, where that is going. So yeah, I mean, I would like to see this spawn variants on it, some of which are more about the kind of the arcade mechanism of pushing a single coin in and trying to cause a collapse on an existing stack of coins. And then others, like I said, this might be interesting as an incremental game with upgrades and things like that. Rather than just give us these machines, give us upgrades that make them perform better and better along those lines and things. that's just my ideas for kind of progression and expansion there, if you want to take this further. But in itself, this is a fun little distraction. Come and give it a gameplay, come and give the dev some love. Yeah, and thank you for watching. And I hope this amused you, entertained you, and gave you something interesting to play. And I hope to see you in the next video. So yeah, thanks for watching, and goodbye.